Hey everybody, thank you for watching my video last week. I've chosen another story for this week. It's called Renegades Part 3, Paris. And this one really makes me smile because it has to do with my friend Brent. We met on the ships and we have had so many adventures since this one, but this is one of our first. So here we go. The plan was perfect. Cunard allowed its employees to extend their time in Europe for a vacation before flying home. I took advantage of this by revisiting two of my favorite cities. I lived in London for a semester. Returning after many years, plenty of new sights awaited. The Eye, the wonderful new Globe Theatre, the Millennium Bridge, and, sadly, the Princess Diana Memorial Walk in Kensington Park. The Channel had been under construction during my months there, so this time I indulged in the convenient ride to Paris, saving hours of travel and cutting transfer hassles exponentially. My ship pal Brent met me there. He was working as a dancer at the famed Lido. His goofy sense of humor matches mine, and we both delve right into foreign destinations to acquaint ourselves as best we can. We harassed one another over who was geekier. Me for carrying around a dictionary, or him for meticulously journaling everything. Europe was in the middle of the worst heat wave it had ever experienced. I believe this was 2003. Sultry New York summers well under my belt. I didn't feel much difference, but Parisians were grossly unprepared. An electric fan for sale could not be found, and those without air conditioning suffered. Brent and I decided one afternoon to tour the Paris Opera House. A fan of The Phantom of the Opera, book and musical, I enjoyed the legends surrounding its haunted past. We joked about finding the underground lake and getting a personal tour from Mr. Phantom himself. We were not so far off. The site was a popular destination that day, the semi-cool building a refreshing and stunning respite. The lobby alone was spectacular enough, but we purchased a full tour, including access to the actual theater, where I pictured the great chandelier crashing down and doing its damage. Wandering about and being our silly selves, we came upon an unassuming door that we thought we'd try. It was open, and nobody stopped us. Ordinarily, the stuffiness of a non-cooled area would indicate it's not being part of the tour. Did this make us pause? No. We entered a wide labyrinth, halls twisting and turning every few steps. We scaled stairwells thick with stale air and peeked everywhere that we could. Through dingy round windows, the rest of Paris steamed beyond the bronze roofing that highlighted this ornate building. Before we knew it, we appeared in the catwalks over the stage. How did we do that? By trespassing, yes. But this opportunity was too rich to be paranoid about. If caught, we could either play dumb tourists, or with his so-so French, mon ami, could talk us out of a dreaded night in the modern-day equivalent of the Bastille. Even we drew the line at walking out onto the catwalks. Their incredible height was beyond dizzying. A few pieces of scenery lay around, but my goal was to find the costume shop. By now, down was our only option. Why not try to discover the underground? Along the way, we found a whole floor of rehearsal spaces. What fun to imagine all of the dancers and singers through time perfecting their movements on stage. We saw the rooms built with raked floors, so that the performers could adjust to the odd sensation before working on the actual stage boards. I could almost still smell sweat in the heavy air. By this point, Brent and I actually became smug for having seen so much and not gotten caught. But suddenly, voices and distant footsteps approached. Our hearts raced, and we debated over whether to run or just face our grim fates. We banked on our innocence and just pressed on. Advancing toward the still unseen figures up some odd staircase in the middle of a floor, We met two men who looked like maintenance workers. They gave us a quick look. Brent nodded his head, and they walked right by. They didn't even care. If we had been smug before, they probably just thought of us as new members of the Corps de Ballet checking the place out. Brent actually did have his dance bag with him, so we didn't look that out of place. Strangely, once caught, our steam fizzled. We didn't find any costumes, but ended up in the administrative part of the building, just as we began wondering how to get out of the place. The time had come to submit ourselves not only back into the heat, but also fresher air. Would the ladies in these offices prove our worst obstacle, questioning us mercilessly before we could pass? Nah, they didn't care about us either. We remained calm until turning the next corner along the cobbled streets, gloating geeks who had really gotten their money's worth. Oh my gosh, that was really fun. My book is available online, and I also did make an audiobook for those of you who might want to hear me read the whole book. It is available. I will make sure that all the links are available. And I also have this available on Kindle. So there's 3 ways you can get my book if you're interested, or just tune in every week. I'm going to read until I feel like it or not. And it's just fun. It's just fun to kind of relive all the stories again. So stay healthy and well, everybody. Bye.